Welcome back to Channel Nation of Glory. Today, we bring you the story of a man whose voice, strength, and heart have become legendary. A man who didn't just build a career, he built a family, both on and off the screen. His journey isn't just about action movies or fast cars, it's about loyalty, pain, and love. This is the emotional and powerful story of Mark Sinclair, known to the world as Vin Diesel, the man who turned rejection into recognition, struggle into strength, and friendship into a legacy that will last forever. Vin Diesel was born on July 18, 1967, in Alameda County, California. But his story began far away from fame and red carpets. He and his twin brother, Paul, were raised by their mother, Delora Shirlene Vincent, in New York City. She was an astrologer and psychologist, wise, caring, and full of heart. But Vin never knew his biological father. That absence left a void in his life, one that would silently fuel the fire inside him for years to come. His stepfather, Irving Vincent, was a theater manager and acting instructor, and it was through him that Vin discovered the world of performance. But even as a child, he was different, shy, quiet, but full of imagination. He didn't come from privilege or opportunity. He came from the concrete jungle where dreams were expensive and survival came first. At the age of 7, Vin's first taste of acting came in a way no one could have predicted. One day, he and his friends broke into a theater in New York, planning to cause trouble. But instead of calling the police, the theater's artistic director gave them a chance, offering them parts in a play if they promised to show up every day after school. That moment changed his life. Vin found purpose on that stage. For the first time, he felt seen. He learned discipline, confidence, and the power of storytelling. Acting became his escape, a way to express everything he couldn't say out loud. But dreams don't come easy, especially for a boy with no connections, no money, and no famous name. After high school, Vin studied English at Hunter College, but dropped out before completing his degree. He wanted to chase his dream of acting full-time. He moved to Los Angeles, just another hopeful soul trying to make it big. But Hollywood wasn't kind to him. He went to audition after audition and heard the same words, again and again: "Sorry, you're not what we're looking for." His deep voice, his muscular frame, his mixed heritage, casting directors didn't know where to place him. He didn't fit their image. But instead of giving up, Vin decided to create his own image. He picked up a camera, learned how to write, direct, and produce, and decided that if Hollywood wouldn't open the door for him, he would build his own. With just $3,000 in his pocket, he made a short film, called Multifacial, a powerful story about a struggling actor of mixed race facing rejection in Hollywood. It was raw, emotional, and deeply personal. That film changed everything. Multifacial was selected to play at the Cannes Film Festival, one of the most prestigious platforms in the world. Vin had gone from being invisible to being seen, not because someone gave him a chance, but because he took it. Then came the film that truly launched his career, Strays. Vin wrote, directed, and starred in it. It caught the attention of none other than Steven Spielberg, who was so impressed that he personally cast Vin in Saving Private Ryan. It was a small role, but it was enough to show the world who Vin Diesel was. His intensity, his authenticity, and his deep emotional presence stood out. Hollywood finally saw what he had always believed about himself, that he was destined for something greater. Then came 2001, the year that changed everything. A movie about fast cars, loyalty, and family, The Fast and the Furious. Vin Diesel stepped into the role of Dominic Toretto, a street racer with a code of honor and a heart of gold. Nobody knew it then, but that character would become one of the most iconic figures in modern cinema. Dom wasn't just a role, he was a reflection of who Vin Diesel really was. Loyal, protective, and deeply emotional beneath a tough exterior. The way he said, "I don't have friends, I got family," wasn't just a line, it was his life philosophy. The success of The Fast and the Furious made Vin a global superstar. But more importantly, it built a bond, a brotherhood between him and his co-star, Paul Walker. Vin and Paul were more than on-screen partners. They became real-life brothers. They shared laughs, dreams, and struggles. They both came from humble beginnings, and together, they built something beautiful, a franchise that represented loyalty and love more than just speed and stunts. As the years went by, Vin became the heart of the Fast franchise. He also proved his versatility, starring in hits like XXX, The Chronicles of Riddick, and giving his voice to Groot in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. His career was soaring, but life was about to test him in a way no success could prepare him for. In November 2013, tragedy struck. Paul Walker, his best friend and brother, died in a car accident. The news shattered Vin Diesel. The world saw the actor cry publicly, breaking down at memorials and interviews because for Vin, it wasn't just a co-star he lost. It was family. He named his daughter Pauline in honor of his late friend, a symbol that their bond would live forever. He often says that every time he's on set, every time he gets behind a car, he feels Paul's presence beside him. During the filming of Furious 7, Vin struggled. He said it was the hardest movie he ever had to finish. Many scenes were filmed with tears in his eyes. The ending of that film, the farewell between Dom and Brian, wasn't just acting. It was real. It was Vin saying goodbye to his brother. When "See You Again" played over that final scene, millions of fans cried, and so did he. Because that moment captured the heart of Vin Diesel, a man who values love, loyalty, and family above everything. But through the pain, Vin found purpose. He continued to carry Paul's legacy through the Fast and Furious films, turning them into something bigger than just action movies. They became stories about connection, resilience, and the meaning of family. Away from the spotlight, Vin Diesel is a devoted father and partner. He's private about his personal life, preferring to keep his family away from fame. He once said, "When I'm not filming, I'm just dad." He cooks for his kids, tells them stories, and reminds them that fame means nothing without love and humility. He's also a man of vision. Vin has always believed that entertainment should bring people together regardless of race, color, or background. That's why he often produces films that promote unity and hope. Despite all his success, Vin has never forgotten where he came from. He still talks about the days when he couldn't afford rent, when he lived on tuna sandwiches, when rejection made him doubt himself. He says those memories keep him humble, they remind him that success without gratitude means nothing. Over the years, Vin Diesel has become more than an actor. He's become a symbol of strength, loyalty, and emotional depth. He reminds us that masculinity isn't about being hard, it's about being real, caring, and protective. He once said, "When people see me on screen, I want them to feel something. I want them to believe that loyalty still exists." And that's exactly what he's done. Through his films, through his words, through the way he honors his brother's memory, Vin Diesel has built something rare in Hollywood. A legacy not of fame, but of heart. He continues to push boundaries, producing, directing, and acting with the same hunger he had as that young man trying to break into the industry. Every success he achieves is a reminder of what faith, perseverance, and love can build. He teaches us that family isn't just the people we're born with, it's the people we choose, the ones who stand with us through everything. Vin Diesel's journey from struggling actor to global icon proves one thing: the strongest people aren't those who never fall, they're the ones who rise every time they do. From a poor kid in New York who got caught breaking into a theater, to one of the world's biggest movie stars, Vin Diesel's life is a movie in itself. A story of self-belief, loyalty, and love that has touched millions around the world. He's shown that success isn't about money or fame, it's about staying true to who you are, honoring those who stood beside you, and never forgetting where you came from. And as long as there are engines roaring and hearts beating, the name Vin Diesel, the man behind Dominic Toretto, will always stand for family, forever. Thank you for watching this emotional story of Vin Diesel, only on Channel Nation of Glory. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional stories about real legends who turned their struggles into strength. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we celebrate greatness, humanity, and heart.